Okay, let's continue. So, last time when I watched through my videos again, something that I have to do when I try to get them to YouTube, I discovered 2 bugs in the previous version. So actually this has happened now a couple of times already, so there is something positive in this way of working. So, yeah, I made an index bug here, so the file hash is actually now the 4th one on our index 4, so on index 3 I mean, so that should be here. And yeah, we have to also remember the newly made switch from hash has a switch from, and so that's switch from hash, which is lines 2. Yes, so this one, and we need to also check it here, so switch from hash. It's different than the last switch from the calculated one. So switch from, and there's a bug, or then we need to regenerate. Actually, the regeneration can be a bit different in when different hashes are changed, so that might be useful. There was another bug also that I discovered. Where was it? I made a comment there also. Just a moment. Okay, it was in the story. Okay, no. It's here. No. Pretty sure there was another bug. Well, the file hash. So no. Well, let's see. Yeah, here. Bug found during editing should not be here. Yeah, it was here. So this part here, it actually is a bit awkward bug. So whenever new switch would be empty, then this would fail. So basically old switch is the old switch altogether. Switch, that's the correct one. So we check for empty switch names and remove them always. Yeah, so those were the 2 bugs. And then we should now get the things working so that they don't regenerate always. So in this case, no regeneration, and now there should be regeneration. And now it's not regenerated. Yes. But yeah, when we have changes in the Pabot switch names, in the switch from section. So this is now completely different. So actually we should isolate this from the generate suite names, in my opinion. Let's see how to do that. Mode incantation. Something like that. So I think I need to actually, if this is present, then we don't want to do just this switch from output XML. We want to isolate if this is happening, or do we need to do the try run section altogether? So what I would like to happen here is that now that I have the Pabot script, and if I use the switch from XML, it should regenerate. Now it should use the order of the switch from the output XML, and it's not doing that. So let's see what happens here. So here the order is really 1, 2, 3, 5, which is the one that it's using now. We can check out with the process. It's 1, 2, 3, 5. Although we're using an output XML, that should have another order. Now, what happens here is that this should now have the new order here. New order. Let's see. Yeah. So basically, the new order would be reversed instead of the one that it's here. So whenever the switch from hash changes, this thing should be a different. Switch from hash is different from hash of switch from. Then we have to do something to the switch. So then we should ignore this preserve order thing. Yeah, that's basically what should happen. Let's see what happens now. So it regenerated. It didn't use the new order. Yeah. So only if this doesn't change, then yeah. So now it goes 5, 3, 2 in this order. And now it regenerates because there's a new output XML. Let's put that to a different location. So output is something like full XML. Now it once regenerates, and it shouldn't do that again. Yeah, and now it's 5, 3, 2, 1 the order, which is basically what the switch from option gives you. So there's a small change for the better. I need to do a lot of cleanup later on. For now, this actually works. Insert order when switch from changes is used and changes. Now, there was another problem also with the generate switch from output XML, and that happens when something also changes in the file system at the same time. We can see this like now currently this actually generates order 5321. But if we, for example, remove test suite number 3 and try to execute this again, what will actually happen is that it will use the output XML, and the output XML assumes that there is this test suite number 3, and now it's not present anymore. So for this reason, the situation has to be a bit different now on. So if basically the hash of the switch is the same as sorry, it's different from the hash of dirs, then this means that switch names have to be renewed. Or yeah, in this case we need to check that the switch we get from here are really also in the file system. So let's do it first with the ugly code. So now we have the switch or in this case, now we have a situation where the switch are really just from the XML file, and the XML file can contain switches that are not anymore there, or it can miss some switches that are really now actually here. So we actually need to split this thing into two functions. So generate switch names with the try run. Let's call it like this. So this is not actually doing that. Generate switch names with the try run. This takes the options, auto data source, outstir, and what about the Pabot box? Doesn't use those, so we can skip that. Only bypass this. That. But yeah. So whenever this happens, yeah, actually we should also split this out. Okay. So if the switch from hash has changed, just make a normal one here. That. But if it has changed, then we need to do a couple of things. And the first thing is that we need to get the switch from the XML, in this case. Right. switch. If it's not used, then it actually should go to the other branch. So we need to ensure that. So we take the switch from the output XML check. Then after that we need to generate the switch names with the try run. All switch. Switch names with try run. Like this. Now we have to do preserve order things so that we get the switch. So only switches that are present in both are considered. So the switch or switch in switch, switch in all switches. But so these we should be here. Yeah, exist only in new. Yeah, we need to do this also. So if we want to preserve the old order, we can just use the same function here again. So now the all switch is thing that we use as a switch, and the old switch, which has the order, is the switch here. So thing that comes from here. And if the hash hasn't changed at all, then we actually shouldn't consider the output XML case at all. So in this case, this should be here like this. I can also put this outside after a little bit of thinking, but now I actually think this is correct. So switch from, this is normal with generation. Let's see what happens. So yeah, this case nothing. Then we can regenerate once. Regenerate, this is normal regeneration, so get 5, 3, 5, 2, 1. And now the output XML has changed. So what we get is the switch from regeneration, which actually changed the order 5, 1, 2. 5, 1, 2. Just do a small change so that test chip number 2 lasts longer than the test chip number 1. This will anyway regenerate because there's changed. Now I should statically take that as a pop. So yeah, now actually I think this does what I want. So the switch from is now handled in a way that takes the order of in which this switch should be taken from there, and then it generates the switch names try run for all switches and uses that. So it will in any case go through all the switches it should. So this most likely now fixes the bug that I have also about it. Yes. There are some things I think might be we need to consider. One is that this now we don't usually need this. We only need this if the hash of switch has sales. Hash of switch is different than hash of gears. Then we need to do this. In all the other cases, all switch is actually what we get from the old file. So the lines, just this. So now we don't have to do that try run thing. Let's skip try. So you don't need to use the try run. This actually should make a difference here. Just in this case, it had some, it should be consistently faster than one with the drive, so 3.8 seconds. Just true. If I just force it to that mode, then at least once it was quite fast. Okay, yeah. That actually takes another second to do, whereas this is a lot faster. So this is now an example where the point that there are many hashes and I can skip some of the regeneration steps is useful. But yeah, for now I think I might have actually the basic functionality. And of course this is, as you can see, this is a skeleton solution. It's not ready at all yet, but it's a great start so that I can actually build the actual code around this. So next thing I think is going to be me making some unit tests around this and some regression tests, and then based on those test cases I'm going to refactor this whole thing here at least, and let's see, hopefully I'll get a clean solution afterwards. Thank you for so far. Maybe I'll see you next time. Bye.